You go to the bus stop, you look down, there's no bus. The intelligent thing to do is walk to the next stop. You get to the next stop, you look, you don't see a bus, you walk to the next stop. And sometimes you might make it to your destination before that bus comes. So what should you have done? Waited there and hoped and prayed that the bus was coming? Absolutely not. I'm going to keep going to the next stop. I'll look back. I'll see if there's any growth or change. No growth or change. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to wait around hoping and praying that a bus that I know should be in clear view is not there, and then maybe it'll just magically appear. Absolutely not.
Can we bring back catcalling? Not specifically but flirting. Men don't do it anymore. And I noticed this because they don't walk up to bars and they don't flirt, like at the gym, anywhere. Men don't walk up to anyone anywhere. But they don't even catcall. Like the creepy men who used to catcall don't even do that anymore. Men have gotten afraid to talk to women.
You ain't wrong, homie. You know, I've talked to a lot of men around the world, man. They all say the same thing. The juice is not worth the squeeze anymore, man. You go up to a woman in 2025, there's always going to be some type of problem, man. You're a creep, or you're this, or you're that, you know, and a lot of men are choosing to stay away from it, man. There's men out here that have completely given up, and I genuinely do not blame them, homie. But there's also a message to the men. There are good women out here, man. There are women that are going to care about you and appreciate you and respect you. You know, that's why I tell you guys all the time to pick up your Bible, start reading it, man. Find a woman of God. Find a woman who's going to respect you and appreciate you. You're going to find this thing called peace, homie. Number one, in your creator, and number two, in the choices and decisions that you're making every single day. Stay away from women like this. Find a woman who's going to respect you, man.
I'll tell you guys how bitter baby moms are made, right? Usually when the pair breaks up, right, the woman moves on first. She wants to make her baby dad jealous. So she gets in a relationship thinking he cares about it. He really don't give about it. He cares about maybe his kids or whoever she brings around the children. That's usually what the men care about. But she thinks she's making him jealous by being in a relationship. That don't work out, and she just keeps on getting with different men, right? But he never gets in a relationship. So in her head, you know what I'm saying, he's not finding nobody, you know, better than her. That's in her head. But in his head, he's just enjoying life because he's been in a relationship for a long time. Boom. While she's going through men, usually when he's ready and he finds the one that he thinks is worthy of his time, oh my gosh, she can't stand it. She's like, hold on, I wasn't even making him jealous the whole time, and he was just using his time, you know, wisely, finding the right person. Boom, he moves on and he finds somebody who actually is way better than you, every way, shape, or form, and now you can't handle it. So now you become a crash out, and the only way to get him back is to hold his kid behind. That's where bitter baby moms are at in this world. Tighten up.
In order for us to achieve peace on planet Earth and get the things that we want to get out of this life, we're going to have to delete 90% of men. Yes, that includes your awful baby daddy and your ancient father. So if I was president of the universe, we would literally structure society so that we can finally achieve a matriarchy. But in order to do that, we have to get rid of most men, because let's just face it, most men are not going to change.
In internet speak, delete means. And we have a woman here who's saying, in order to achieve our ultimate goal as radical feminists, we're going to have to delete around 90% of men. Can you imagine if a man got on an app and said, if we want to fix the problem with modern women today and the feminists, then the easy fix would just be deleting them. That would be like perfect B-roll for propaganda that wants to highlight channels like myself and call them toxic. But you will never see this, right? Unless if you're, of course, subscribed to a channel like mine.
Literally not enough time on planet Earth to change the heart of a trash man. And there's nothing you can do. We would literally need the second coming of Christ in order to change some of these men on this planet. And so what I'm suggesting is that we literally get rid of them using the science that we already have. Elon Musk has said that by the year 2031, we will be able to support life on planet Mars. So I'm suggesting that we ship 90%, the bottom 90% of men to Mars so that we can achieve the patriarchy. And what does that leave us with? That leaves us with the top 10% of men.
Mind you, she's quoting the smartest person she can think of, who happens to be a man who many of these women dislike, either for his political stances and his views on masculinity, which he's spoken very much about, and they think they can survive without men. Hilarious.
5% of which are the men who are loyal to their wives and devoted husbands. And the other 5% are the men who have amazing gene pool, great IQ, good bone structure, good hair, skin, tall, fine as, you know what I'm talking about. So since 2031 is a couple years away, that gives us enough time to decide what are the traits that we want to keep from the men on planet Earth and how do we want to repopulate the planet. We can have sporting competitions to decide who is the most athletic. We can have mental competitions to see who is the smartest, the best IQ. We can have social competitions to decide who has the best heart and who is the most emotionally viable. But if we want to actually have a chance to fight as a matriarchy and become the great planet that we know we can be,
we just have to delete 90% of men.
If one of my videos on dating hit a nerve, I think you need to look at yourself and ask yourself why. It has nothing to do with me. It may have something to do with you. If I'm discussing my standards, my deal breakers, what I find interesting about dating, or my silly skits about men's dating profiles, and that triggers you and makes you upset, again, that's a you issue, not me. I have been able to trigger men for a long time. I may be new to Facebook Reels, but I'm not new to TikTok. And I've been triggering men for a while. And it's usually the ones who don't want to pay for dates or don't like deal breakers. And again, every single person, including men, including women, including everybody, should have deal breakers. They're not a bad thing. It's a good thing to have standards. It's really not a bad thing. And it's not about you. It's about me and what is right for me. So again, if things trigger you, look inside yourself, because it's a you problem.
I keep seeing comments from men saying, I'd rather be alone than date another woman, and how happy they are in their solitude. And honestly, I get where they're coming from. A lot of times, these guys are a bit older, maybe they've been divorced, maybe they've gone through some heartbreak, custody battles, some real trauma. That pain obviously shapes how you see the world. But what actually worries me is the younger generations reading this, because as a mom of 3, I obviously want my kids to believe in healthy love and have happy marriage. So when you say all women are toxic and that marriage isn't worth it and that divorce is inevitable, what advice are you giving to young men? Never try, never grow, never risk love? I'm not saying ignore your trauma. I'm saying don't turn it into your identity. Maybe instead of men versus women, both sides could pause, look in the mirror, and ask, how can we do better?
I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not sucking, I'm not washing clothes and folding drawers and putting them in drawers. I'm not doing none of that.
Just another day in the office. Y'all see what type of energy she on. Viewer discretion's advised.
Unless he buys me my house in the hills overlooking the ocean in Malibu. He has invested into assets in my trust fund.
Brother, I know you like to give your 5 cents, but I'm here to give 3. You can politely get the out, okay? My brother's gonna say it calmly and politely, but I'm not. I'm gonna let you have it the way you need. You huzzy, you Jezebel. The problem with some of you hoes, you always want a man to be a husband, but you want to be out here to skank on the side of the road thinking, man,
talking about buys my house in Malibu, invests in my trust.
Let me tell you something. Your ass gonna be walking the streets of Malibu trusting in God, you with a nigga like me. What makes you, do you understand that you have to act like a wife in order to be made a wife, okay? You gotta act like a wife in order to be made a wife. Who the wife something and they don't know that they have wifely capabilities? What if your food nasty after I marry you? Huh? What if your folding sucks? And you're not sucking dick and you want loyalty? What? You, ma'am, are going to be looking for a dumb for a very long time, because you're not going to find no man doing that. Maybe you can call on an alien, but you, heifer, out your rabbit mind.
And another thing, for you to sit your big on this internet, knowing that you've had more than you than a fully packed slave ship, and to say you are the prize, girl, be so for real. You got $2.17 in your bank account, but you're the prize. Let's be so for real. You don't even have real baby hairs. Let's start there. You need to lose about 20 to 30 pounds. You need veneers. You barely holding on to the job you got in customer service. I don't understand where you think you the prize. Yeah, your lace front looks nice. Y'all got some nice looking lace fronts. I'm not gonna lie, y'all be looking real spiffy with them lace fronts, and your nails do be looking nice as well. But baby, we got to figure some other things out. Y'all are definitely, you new bitches is not the prize. And you got 2 or 3 baby. You got baby daddies, not just ex-husband, not one baby daddy. You got multiple. Your kids look like they are friends on Facebook. They don't even look like they got the same mom and dad. Where are you getting this from? Girl, please.
You know, and there was a woman talking about going to a bus stop, and if the bus is not there, then I'm not going to sit up here and wait all day for the bus. I'm going to go to the next bus stop and the next bus stop till I can catch the bus. Fantastic. I have no problem with that. Just basically, in the meantime, what she's saying is, in the meantime, I'm going to keep on doing my thing. I'm not going to wait. If a man isn't showing me that he's interested in me, I'm not going to wait on that man. I'm going to go do something else with my time. I might go back to school. I might try to go for my dream job, man. I might go travel, start a business. I don't know. I might get into something versus waiting on a man. Nobody's saying that. But what men are getting upset with is when the bus comes by, because the buses do come by, you're waving the buses off. Oh, I don't like, there ain't no front row seats. No, I don't like that. And another bus comes by. Oh, this bus is black. I don't like black buses. Yeah, I don't like this. The bus needs to be blue. And then another bus comes by. Blue bus, front row seats. Have the floors been mopped in here? Yeah, we just mopped them this morning. You need to be mopping these floors 3 times a day. Send on another bus. And every single time a bus comes by, you always find, the tires. I don't really, these are Goodyear tires. I don't like that. You need to put some Michelin tires on here. Stupid stuff. You know what I mean? These tires are not bald. Like, if the tires were bald, I don't know if I could trust. Y'all need to change these tires. Where if there was like needles and evidence of people doing hard drugs on the bus, I can see. And then you see the people on the bus, they look like criminals and it's sketchy. I can see you not wanting to take that bus. I understand it. But those are the buses that modern women take, talking about doing it for the plot. And now you're going to say, once I got off these buses, I realized that these buses were not great at all. They are not great buses. And, I think for a while, I'm just going to sit at home. I might walk. I might try to find a car. But I'm not going to go. If you would have, common sense would have told you not to get on that bus. As a matter of fact, men told you not to get on that bus. Leave it alone. But you want to do what you want to do. That's the problem that men are having. Y'all keep on going with men and get with men you have no business being with. And the good guys, you keep on sending them on. Oh, I don't like this guy. You're doing it to yourself.
Set plans with a woman. My final text message was this. I put perfect, Sunday it is. Set the plan for Sunday. Because she said she was free the entire weekend. Okay, cool. So I go perfect, Sunday it is. Now I got no reply. She did not reply. She did not say anything. She didn't even heart the message. She didn't say great. She didn't say excellent. I got no message back, okay? So here's what happened. I didn't reply at all. I didn't say anything back, and I also didn't try to meet up with her on Sunday. Okay, I made plans with a different woman, and I went out on a date with her. Now here's what happened. Later on in the week, once Sunday passed, I think this was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I can't remember the exact day. But now later on in the week, she is upset because I did not reach out Sunday to see her. Okay? Why? Because she wanted me invested. She wanted me to pursue at an even deeper level. She wanted me to send a double text message. This is what she wanted. She wanted me to go the extra mile to make sure that I was working for that plan to see her.
Kick her the out. That's it. Y'all said, what are we supposed to do if my wife won't cook and clean? Kick her the out. Y'all think that I became this way because my ex-husband was nice to me. He was not. He was not, okay? I learned that there was consequences to my actions, okay? And he followed through on those consequences. Y'all's wives don't know about consequences. Y'all know about the consequences in y'all because y'all wives run the relationship. If she don't want to cook, clean, or listen, if she is not doing any of them or even having sex with you, send her back to her punk ass mama house. She needs to learn how to be a mother again and a woman again. And if her mama can't get the job done, then you shouldn't be raising no grown ass woman. How about that? I mean, y'all sitting up here making up all the excuses in the world and not taking no action. That's the crazy part. That's why your wives act like that. That's why they don't respect you. That's why they don't listen to you. I'm telling you right now, kick her the out.
I find it so freaking hilarious. So I was scrolling through like TikTok creator insights, okay, and it's how to stop being a nice guy. Why are we stopping being nice guys? Why do you, please, if you're a man, tell me, why do you as a man want to stop being a nice guy? Oh, it's this, my cat wants to say hi again. It's this whole idea of like, women want bad boys. No, we don't. No, we don't. Why would I not want a nice boyfriend? Why would I not want my husband to be a nice guy? My fiance, like, why would I want him to be a knobhead? Why would I want him to be a dick? I wouldn't. We all like nice guys. So why is that trending? Why is that one of like the top trending things? Why do you want to stop being a nice guy? Why? Who's got this idea? Who's told men that they need to be assholes? Who's told men that they need to be horrible pieces? Because you don't. Newsflash, being nice will probably get you more women, okay? Male loneliness epidemic, you're not lonely enough.
Why is it that these ladies always get a pass?
I don't date men anymore. I don't see them as people.
I don't believe that they should even be allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Cut it if not
I mean,
before.
that's why we're in this situation, because they're voting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel there should be a program
They
where
start off in jail.
Yes, like start off in jail. Start off with no rights. You actually get none. And then you can earn them. Then a woman can say, you know what? Like, he should be allowed to maybe vote.
He's going to vote when I want him to vote. He
That's
can
how
vote.
I feel. Let's just imagine Andrew Tate does that video, right? First of all, that's worse than a lot of what he said. I mean, let's just say he put that video out. Let's just say he did. Can you imagine just consider the backlash, consider the banning on social, consider the horrified faces of the names that would be called, right? Why do women get a pass?
Top 2 mistakes we see men make in a divorce. So number 2 is moving out without a plan. Especially if there's minor children. Moving out leads to problems over custody, parenting time, child support. Do you have to pay support? Do you not? Are you still paying the bills? What's the deal? Are you allowed to come to the house? When are you seeing the kids? All these problems that would have been avoided if you had discussed them and gotten an agreement before you move out. Agreement meaning lawsuit filed, court order in place. So that's number 2 on our top 2 mistakes we see men make in divorce. I'm a divorce lawyer, I represent only men. Number 1 mistake we see in divorce that men make is not filing first. It's a big problem. Filing first brings with it a lot of things. It carries a lot of weight. Men let their wife file first because they're indifferent, or sometimes even lawyers will tell them it doesn't matter who files first. Not true. Filing first involves controlling the timeline, controlling the documents, controlling the words, controlling court orders that get signed without a hearing that the other person is then stuck with. So you always want to be filing first. That you should keep with you when you're looking at a divorce.
A girl's weight is not the same thing as a guy's height. This is this video where I marked 6 feet on the entryway to my door to make sure that the boys who come into my apartment aren't lying about their height. I said in the comments, I'm literally 5 feet tall. I don't care how short a guy is. Like, I went out with a guy who on Hinge said he was 5'7". He was literally 5'4", which is fine. I'm 5 feet tall, but why are you lying about it? All the guys were really defensive in the comments and said, oh, I'm gonna add a scale to my front door. When you're on a dating app, you're not asking a girl, oh, how much do you weigh? You're just like looking at her body and seeing if you like her body or not. Realistically, guys have genuinely no sense of like how much women weigh. So if you told them 110 pounds, which is like what they want to hear, they wouldn't care as long as the body that you have is the body that they're looking for. What difference would it make? Because you have 2 eyes and you can see what my body looks like. So what difference does it make if I weigh a certain number? I just think the guys should stop being so insecure and lying about their height.
What are you for Halloween? What's your costume?
Knight, I guess.
Knight?
Yeah, a knight.
Usually knights cover more of their body.
Oh, why not be a for Halloween? It's the opportunity.
Really?
What's wrong with that? Yeah.
What's wrong with being a
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe wanting to find a husband and start a family one day.
I don't give a about that.
You don't?
No, the right husband won't give a if I was a knight for Halloween.
Well, you're not a knight.
I am a knight.
No.
Yeah.
You're just a girl wearing some black clothes that don't cover anything.
And what's wrong with that? There's girls out here that are dressed
Way worse.
I am.
So you want to just attribute to the problem?
I know you. You're on TikTok, yeah. I see you rage baiting girls all.
Oh, it's not rage bait. It's what I truly believe. Because there's a lot of men that struggle with lust, and there's a lot of women that attribute to that problem. And you as a young woman are not representing your mother well or your father.
I'm sorry, I'm in college. I'm not gonna find my husband in college.
Oh, so it's okay to just be a slut because you're not going to find your husband in college?
That logic doesn't make any sense. Do you hear yourself thinking?
I do hear myself. I'm literally just going along with what you're saying and responding.
You think this is?
I think this costume is.
This?
Hey guys, would this costume be or no?
Yes. None of you are free thinkers.
For some reason, girls find it. I don't know why they think this, but they think that if you dress more, they think if they dress more provocatively, they're gonna get more male attention. But the reality is, 95% of guys, or at least 100% of the actual respectable guys, don't want anything to do with that. So if girls actually want to start getting a good guy, stop dressing like a bomb.
I think it's disgusting that you guys do this.
That we call out women for terrible morals?
No. You have your whole boy group, clique, posse, whatever the you want to call it.
These are random guys. I've never met them in my life.
No.
They all agree that you're dressed
That's not true. You're a piece of shit.
I am?
You know that. I hope you know one day a girl's gonna clock your.
A girl can't do anything to me.
Yeah, she can.
No, she can't.
I guarantee you that's a fake chain too.
It is fake.
I guarantee you it is.
But I'm not dressed like a.
You're a piece of shit.
Where are you guys meeting these cute men? Because we go out to the bars every weekend, and we only see cute guys in the run clubs, at bagel shops, at the grocery store. I'm not gonna talk to you at the grocery store. The bar is the best place,
Literally.
and they don't go out.
No, because they have an issue with it, and I don't know
Why?
Because they say they're not worthy. The girls there are low value.
Well, you're never gonna find anyone then.
Can y'all please? Because you're not. I know you guys aren't gonna approach us at the grocery store or at the frickin' run club. So
no, because you're sober. Why would I talk to you if I
it's
haven't
also
had-
6 in the morning.
God.
Be so.
So you know where the good men are to be found, yet you don't want to go to the places where you can find them. So clearly you don't really want a good guy at all.
This man came up to my job the other day. I work retail. And he was like, do you have plans today? I was like, I do have plans today. I did not have plans. He's like, okay, so what are you doing tomorrow morning? I don't feel comfortable sharing that with you. He said, I'm an artist, I'm from California or whatever, and I'm just out here promoting myself or whatever, some stupid, right? He said, can I get your Instagram? I said, I don't have my phone on me. It was on register. He was like, okay, I'll wait for you to go get your phone to come back. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get my phone and let him put the Instagram in so I don't have to deal with this interaction anymore, so he can just leave me alone. He put in his Instagram on my phone. He turned my volume all the way up, and then he started playing the music on his pin post out loud in the store. I grabbed my phone and then put it back down because what are you doing? And he's like, by the way, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I'm 21. And he was like, okay, just making sure because I want to talk to minors. Mind you, this man is minimum early 30s. What do you mean? I would hope. And he said, since you were so nice to me, I want to take you out to dinner. This man was my height. I'm 5'4". He had light brown eyes. He kind of looked like Bow Wow, but not really. Short with light brown eyes. And he was like, just DM me and, I'll take you out to dinner. Blah, blah, blah. I'm now thinking I'm being trafficked. What are you talking about? Do I have plans tonight?
Modern women, I think what ruins it for a lot of men is modern women get online and they use words that they should not be using. And they use the words are very, very inflammatory. And the speech, the language that they use, it makes a man seem like he's very threatening. When really all it was, in a lot of cases, is a man just walking into a store and he might, hey, what are you doing later tonight? Oh, nothing, just kind of chilling at home. You mind if I take you out? That's really, oh no, I'm okay. I appreciate it though. Oh, okay. I just saw a pretty woman, thought I'd offer. I appreciate that, but I'm not really interested. Okay. All right. Well, here's your receipt. Oh, thank you so much. Have a good day. Really, that's all it was. You listen to some of these modern women and the way they tell the story, there's not a whole lot going on, but it is the highlight of their day because their life is You're not really doing anything with their life. They're just sitting at home watching Love Island, and they need a little bit of drama. They're just happy to be a part of the drama. They're just happy to be in the middle of the drama.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. A lot of women say they want a man to lead, masculine, decisive, grounded. But what they actually want is the benefits of that, not what it asks them in return. They want him to plan. They want him to decide. They want him to take charge. They want him to be steady. But the moment they're not in control, they get uncomfortable. They question everything. They need explanations. They push back. They want to double check. They want to feel like they still have the upper hand. That's not partnership. That's control. You can't say you want a man to lead and then fight him every time he does. This isn't about being submissive like you don't have a brain. It's not about losing your voice. It's not about becoming small. It's about trust. Leadership asks you to let go of some control, to not manage everything, to not run the relationship from fear. And for a lot of women, that's hard, especially if you've had to be strong your whole life, especially if control is how you feel safe. So what happens is you want him to lead, but only in ways you approve of, only if it feels predictable, only if it doesn't trigger you. At that point, he's not leading. He's just doing what you allow. And men feel that. Good men don't stop stepping up because they're lazy. They stop because every dissident turns into a discussion or a fight. And then women say, he's passive. I feel like I am leading. Why don't men step up anymore? Because it stopped being safe for them to. You don't get masculine leadership without tolerating some discomfort. You don't get polarity while holding the steering wheel the whole time. This isn't about gender roles. It's about nervous systems. Control feels safe. Trust feels scary. And a lot of women say they want love, but what they actually want is control that feels like safety. So the question isn't, why don't men lead? The real question is, can I actually let go enough for someone to lead me? That's it. Sit with it.
So oftentimes I hear people are often done in a relationship, but they're not really done. Because it's not peace that they're seeking. It's just having distance without the pain. A lot of times you kind of hear, these people saying, I just want to be left alone. And really, they are done with the relationship. They're just not done with that person being in their life. So they're just done with the discomfort of that connection, not the person. Trying to find relief through space just so conflict is prevented. But what we're really doing here is avoiding the actual problem, which is what keeps you attached. Because if there's a role that you are so comfortable in playing, this person will stay around until that role no longer serves you.
Men treat our thoughts sort of like a friend that's a piece of shit. That's like, yo, you should try to fuck that girl. And you're like, no, you're not doing that. He's like, yo, we should party tonight. You're like, I told you I'm having like 3 beers. And women treat their brains like a ex-boyfriend and they defend it. They'll write about like articles being like, it's actually pretty reasonable to be drunk texting your ex. So we don't defend our own brain because we're like, this guy's too much, man. Yeah. Whereas girls, like, they defend their thoughts like, I'm not weird for thinking this.
Your best friend's brother actually could be the right guy for you.
Yeah, they write the article defending the crazy they're thinking.
Yes.
Can someone please make this make sense? So let me get this straight. When women are ready to leave, they spend months planning on how they're going to leave. They tell their friends, they tell their family, they lie to their husband's face for months at a time. They stack money. They might get their own apartment. They might even have a plan to set up their kids at different schools. But they don't see that as deceitful or dishonest or harsh, and they don't understand why men are blindsided when women do this. And these women are actually praised. They did the right thing. He was so toxic. He was so horrible. He was blah, blah, blah. All the things. Yes, queen. And no, I don't mean situations. I'm talking everyday relationships where the woman finally says that she had enough and she's claimed to be checked out for months at a time and she decides to leave. But when a man does the exact same thing in the exact same way, now he's a piece of shit. In fact, he won't even have his ducks in a row. His idea of leaving is to go sleep on his parents' couch for a couple of days and come back and try to reconcile. But yet, the men are just the pieces of shit. And the craziest part about it is if these women have kids and they bring the kids with them, there's little to no consequences for them bringing the kids with her.
But if a man were to do the exact same thing, he would be looking at kidnapping charges or child endangerment, and he's gonna now have to fight for his kids regardless now that she's taken them. But if he takes them, all they have to do is bring a sheriff over and bring them right back to mom, and she doesn't really have to fight for anything. And these women will try so hard to claim that they communicate, but their idea of communicating is passive aggressiveness, the silent treatment, you should just know. Or my favorite line is, it's whatever. And a lot of times these men will actually think that it's just a rough patch in their relationship, and they're hopeful that they'll make up with their wives and their girlfriends. Meanwhile, the women are out here getting whole lawyers and looking at divorce. And the crazy part is that women are actually praised for being this deceitful and this dishonest, but when men do it, they're a piece of shit. Okay, bye.
It's grown men on here shooting their shot, and if you don't reply back on time, they will unsend their message.
Sure did. Sure did. They better than me, okay? They just unsent their message. Me personally, you leave me on red, I'm gonna tell you right now. Nigga, I'm blocking you. Stop playing. It's a brother in your DM right now that sent you every angle of his beef and balls. I ain't even disrespect you like that. I said good morning. And I hear y'all. Dre, you don't think that's a little sassy for you to unsend a message? Watch this. Listen to this.
No.
This is a sick Negro.
Dating guys who are private and aren't super active on social media is great and all until you're going through a breakup with them and they don't give you any content to stalk. You have no idea what the motherfucker is up to. I'm not getting a story. Bro doesn't like anything on social media. In fact, I probably don't even follow him anymore, and he's probably on private. So even if he did post something, I wouldn't know. Can't stalk any reposts because he probably doesn't even have TikTok. There's just nothing. These guys, they move in silence, and it's deafening. That being said, I'm kind of also grateful, because if they did give us content, we'd probably go crazy. Like, I just can't tell. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? All I know is my curiosity, that is suffering.
What if I text a guy and I don't hear from him all day?
He's not that interested.
And then at the end of the day, he says, I'm sorry, I just had a very long day. I was busy.
Not that interested.
Why?
He's not that interested.
What if he was really busy?
It doesn't matter. No one's that busy. It's not that important to him, right? He's looking at his phone all the time. There's not a person in here that don't look at his phone. There might be 2 hours where I cannot look at my phone, but as soon as I get through with that busy thing where I couldn't look at my phone, as soon as I get a chance to look at my phone, I'm gonna look at my phone. And if you're the first person that texts me and I like you a lot, I'm gonna text you back.
Really only fucked you over because you let him. Tell me what man goes months and years without sex until they find the right person.
Every man.
Stop the lies.
95% plus of men on this planet.
On the planet.
Have that exact experience. I'm just telling you the truth. Most men on the planet Earth don't have access to pussy.
What about brothels?
They have no money.
Yeah, but they don't have the money.
Cost
of living, you know. Cost of living. We're not in like some third world country where you could do it for like £10 or £5, bro. Like,
even then they can't afford it.
There was like 4 individual guys who were snapping her, which is weird.
What's ironic though is like when we first got together, I had to remove all of the women on my phone.
This is sus.
The guys on my Snapchat that you're talking about, we just talk a lot. That's it.
Why are you sending him, hey, what you doing? HEEYYY.
That's not how you talk to me.
That's literally how I talk to everyone. That's how
I would feel very weird if my girlfriend was talking to a guy like that.
Okay, I really don't like the going through my phone thing.
Oh, do you not?
Mm-mm.
That's a shame.
Can I have it back, please?
No. What are you scared of me finding on here?
I'm not scared of anything, you finding
You didn't put it
anything.
on your no-no list.
You didn't.
I do this to every guest on the show. What are you afraid of here?
Literally nothing.
What is she afraid of?
I don't. I'm actually kind of.
Does it make you nervous,
No,
or-
I'm actually being kind of serious. I don't.
What is
I
she
don't want
afraid
him
of?
Going through my phone.
Seth, what is she afraid of?
Is there going to be anything bad on there?
No,
Do I need to know now? Before?
there's nothing on there. My phone should be off limits.
Why? I go through every guest's phone, and you didn't put it on the no-no list.
You know I don't like other people on my phone.
I understand, but you handed them your phone unlocked.
There's
not
a reason, and I'm actually starting to get kind of mad. Like, I just want my phone back.
What are you afraid of?
I just don't like people going through my phone. That's just like,
Because of?
it's my private phone. I just want my phone back. Like, I'm actually being serious.
Well, I'll give it back. I'll give it back. But is that not weird to you?
It is. It's odd. If
you didn't want it to happen. We should have said no to begin with. And also, why did you unlock it and give it to him?
I just felt so pressured into giving it to him. I was like, there's nothing on there.
Pressured?
How?
You
were
don't,
like,
when I
just give
said,
it to
let
him.
me see your phone?
And then you said,
just give it to him.
him.
'Cause I didn't, is there anything on it I should know about?
I just don't like people on my phone.
As we're talking about how you have all these guys and best friends and, okay.
And, you know, I think Caleb, you know, if somebody asks you for their property back, you should probably give it to them. So, you know, that probably just, even if she has something in her phone, whatever it is, you should probably give her a phone back because that is her property, regardless of whatever it is. But I think the issue that I see is modern women, they want passwords, they want open access. I want your iCloud, I want this, I want that, I want all these other things. They want to have all this access to a man. God forbid a man say, who are you going out with tonight? Keep your phone on. Turn on your location so I know exactly where you are. Oh, you watching me? You trying to control me? You trying to keep tabs on me? No. Actually, especially at the time that you're going out tonight, you're going out at 11. Y'all, you know, when we used to go out, I know just based on the conversation we had, you wouldn't get home till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Since we're together now, I want to know where you are. So if I need to come get you, then you're not on the side of the road somewhere, passed out, and don't nobody find you until morning. That's one thing. Number 2, you should, because you have a man, you shouldn't want to be out all night. You should want to be at home, not doing all that. And I understand, I just want to go have fun. You got to get into a different type of fun, especially when you're in a relationship. But modern women don't want to hear that. They would want to have access to all the stuff that you got going on, full control. Nobody has anything to say to me, but I got everything to say to you. If I don't approve of your friends, your family, even the dog, everybody got to go.
Guys have legitimate complaints about women. Legitimate. They're tired of being used. They're tired of feeling like, oh, you know, the woman is always right. They never get an apology. They get treated with disrespect. They're tired of not being appreciated. They're tired of having you come and say you want all these things from them. But when they ask what you bring to the table or have the audacity to suggest that something they really value isn't on the table and that perhaps you yourself are not enough to be the table, then somehow you have an attitude problem about it, right? They're tired of all of those things and more.
If I plan all the dates that me and my man go on, and I plan all the trips, and I plan our future, and I plan everything that we have going on, and all he has to do is hand me some money or hand his card to me, what has he done as a leader? Because in a relationship between a man and a woman, the man is the leader. He is the head. Okay?
Right.
What has he done as a leader to be intentional, to put forth effort, to initiate? What has he done? It sounds more like instead of you being in the passenger seat and him driving, you're driving, he just put the gas in the car.
Gentlemen, this here is Exhibit A of why you should never marry or date a slow woman. She just minimized the gas in the car. Like the car can still drive anywhere on that planning list that she put together without gas. She just minimized the finances, the funds, that without it, what she has listed here are only hopes and dreams. This is actually something equivalent to what happens in a lot of relationships. They're just chicks out there who, when they run out of things to complain about, they come up with like this. Beware. Because this is what's going to happen. You're going to get in a relationship with this type of woman if you don't really pay attention and take heed to what I'm saying. And you're going to be trying to explain to her why this sounds stupid. You don't want that, right? You don't want to have slow conversations. Slow down so she can keep up with the logic and say, so let's walk you through this. Do you think a leader has more responsibility? She'll say, yeah. So do you think that more responsibility means harder work? Yeah. So is it safe to say that funding the trip is harder than making the list and deciding where we should go and what activities we're going to do when we get there? No, I think that's the hardest. Okay, then you fund the trip. Come on. Come on. Slowness. Beware. Don't do it to yourself.
Ma'am, hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, chat. That is how your girlfriend needs to act, bro. Like,
that is the only suitable response if you are a girlfriend to a man and another man is approaching you. No, sorry, I've got a boyfriend. No acknowledgement. No smart, witty response. No smile. Don't even look at him. Keep walking. That is how you respect your man.
Keep your wife off the internet.
Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
Yes.
Okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road, and I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face because you going to around and ruin us.
She said I was popping my at frat parties, and she's a sheltered Indian girl who thought that meant dancing. And then the rest of us were like, what the fuck did you really mean by that? Everything on the
so
pod.
She's about sucking.
No.
She never said that? There was never a video about that?
She said that Akash's balls smell like a homeless person.
Damn. Not Steph Curry with the shot, boy.
They call her chicken curry.
God damn.
What they didn't talk about on the podcast, and they didn't bring this up on purpose, is her telling stories of letting men go down on her while currently on a period, and how a man isn't a man unless he wants to do that. She's 30 years old, by the way, with the mindset of a adolescent. These girls will do everything else besides deep penetration and still claim virginity. How are you a virgin that's orgasm? Please tell me that. By the way, how disgusting of a person do you have to be for that to be a thought? As if I want my lips to taste like pennies in order to please you. Absurd.
You don't think your wife was like, get these microphones away from the radio host. This motherfucker out here destroying our marriage.
But no, that's true. But all of that is true.
You were the Justine Singh of your own household.
All of that is true. I'm in the radio station putting on an axe sniffing seats, wilding the out. Yes, embarrassing myself and embarrassing my wife.
Yo, I'm glad that we could have this intervention here too, bro. That's what we're doing this week.
So yes,
it's Christmas spirit.
So I'm saying all of that to say, women, learn from my mistakes. Stay off these podcasts.
I think it's very important to note that you cannot blame the internet for this disaster. It's a mismanagement of what is valuable in a woman, and then marrying that woman, and then also it's a mismanagement of your own boundaries. And because so much got mismanaged and none of his friends stepped up to give him the real.
And what do you think is the percentage of men that are over 6 feet? 40? 30. 14.5.
Really?
There's a lot more short kings than people realize.
That's a tough one. Probably not a lot. Maybe like 70%?
14%.
Okay. Not a lot. 70%. 70%. Like at least half of them. Oh God. I don't know. 30%?
It's 14.5.
Wow, that was a lot. Okay, yeah.
If you do have a woman or like a real woman that's your girl, she should have an allowance that should be able to cover her expenses so that she can relax.
So what's the woman? What's the woman doing for me? She can't. She got to earn.
Cook, clean, massage.
Let me ask you a question.
Let
me ask you a question. How much do you think it costs for me
a cleaning lady.
To get a cleaning lady, to get meal preps every week, to get a masseuse to come in 4 times a week?
$7,000.
You don't pay for nothing, obviously. You don't
like
know what
7,000?
Women don't know what nothing costs. That's just how it is.
I don't.
I be out with women. Sometimes they'll see the bill and they like, oh my goodness. I'll be like, for two, 3 drinks, sometimes it's $200.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know how much stuff costs, so you just know it's not that expensive. Meal preps, weekly cleaning, and a masseuse, that's like $700 a week. That's no money. Why would
that you have to pay on the side
that
you're sleeping with?
If you have to pay unless you're a good looking guy, then you could just have. I mean, we in Miami, women is doing the most. But okay, even still, $300 to $500, $300 to $500. Okay, so we talking about $1,000 a week. Why would I?
That's not $1,000 a week. That's like $4,000 to $5,000 a week.
How? Where do we get this number from?
So, guys, I got some bad news for you. Nobody's coming for you, and I don't think it's that people don't care. I think they don't know what to do, and some don't care. I don't think a lot of women care. And so that means you guys have got to mobilize. It means that the older guys, you need to help the younger guys, and you younger guys, you need to fire up the older guys, and you guys have got to pull it together, and you've got to form something that's fierce. And it's got to actually be more fierce than the feminist movement, because that's who you're up against. You are up against them. And I'm not trying to pit anybody against anyone, but the truth is that when women got equality, and I don't care what you say, we have ridiculous equality. We have ridiculous equality. But when that happened, men, you've become less equal. And you are looked at as a check in what you can do or what you can build or what you do for society. And it's even in the church. You know, I'm pro-marriage. I believe that under, the covenant of marriage that God gave us can work. Just not many of us are doing a good job of obeying and following God. And so the truth is that most Christian marriages are going to end in divorce. And you sweet men, like you actually want better. It's the women that are asking for the divorces. And I know they're going to say, well, it's because the husband's ... I don't think that's the case. So I think we better be getting some prenuptial agreements. I think we better figure out before we get married in these Christian marriages, what are we doing with our children? How are we going to handle the children? Because if you let the courts decide, dad's going to hardly ever get to see that kid. And all he's going to do is be a check. And the mom's going to be right there fierce and fighting for it. So I know I'm not saying some popular things, but I don't care. Men, we care about you. Men, there are some that are fighting for you, but you're going to probably have to get some crazy redheaded woman like me to join you that doesn't have any fear of losing anything or has anything to lose, or doesn't matter if she's canceled or, or fired. Like, that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a crazy woman to bring in your mix that can make you guys look tame, and she's the crazy one to make some headway back. So where we just pay attention and we start talking about suicide rate and divorce rate and depression rate and how you don't have equality in divorce court and in family court. We've got to do better for you. But the bottom line is you're going to have to do better for yourselves.
I was thinking about the lady. She was saying, guys, y'all are gonna need a crazy redheaded woman to come in there, and she's gonna be so crazy, y'all are gonna look tame. Y'all are gonna like child's play to come and fight for y'all. Hey, let me be the first to say, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate that. Women like Emily King, Lady J, Chloe, Roma Army, and I think Lauren, the Advocate, and there's a lot of other women. Advice from a wife. I think Taylor, she sometimes talks about, well, she's fair, she's balanced. There's plenty of other ones I'm forgetting. I know Sarah Eaton does it a lot. Green Cowland, Lynn Watchorn, she does it. I know there's a plethora of women out there that are talking. I'm seeing their faces in my mind, but I'm not seeing their names. So, definitely appreciate y'all coming to the aid of men, saying, listen, not all of these men are the problem. We know that there are some men out there that are acting crazy, but the way that y'all are demonizing men, you have to start protecting yourself. Especially if she said, I'm pro-Christian, I'm pro-marriage, I believe in the covenant. But men, with the way that these women are acting, you're going to have to get a prenup, which unfortunately, there's a proverb that speaks about, as the years go by, basically, these women, they're not going to want your instruction as a man. I don't want you to instruct me. I don't really want you to do anything. Just give me your last name. Just give me your last name. That's all I need. Hey, I'm a Smith. I mean something. And that's what you hear with modern women when they're asking for a high value man. It's not just his name that she's taking on. She's taking on his status. She's taking on basically his face, his protection, his covering. And so now when you know, say for instance, you say, man, I'm a Trump, or I'm a Buffett, or I'm a Rockefeller, or whatever other, you know, my last name is Obama. Somebody hears that name, you're like, you related to Barack Obama? Yeah, I'm related. Could be lying your behind off. Well, that's a former president of the United States. Wow, you must be somebody. And now all of a sudden you get your coffee for free. It don't mean nothing, but you know, in your little world, I'm getting stuff for free because, oh, I know Barack. He's my 55th cousin on my mom's side. You know, and that's what modern women are doing. They're taking the man's name, not really giving him anything. They don't want to be told what to do. They don't want to be given any direction or constructive criticism. But give me your name, because I know the benefits attached to your name. I want to remain separately. I want to stay in separate rooms. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to give you any of the benefits of me. But give me everything that you got.